Hello, welcome to the Shark Stream. It's me, it's Gage, and today might actually end up being the last Final Fantasy XIV stream for a bit. We're going to be finishing the Hildibrand questline today, probably finishing it pretty quickly, honestly. I don't expect it to be like a particularly long process to finish this. We've basically got like maybe a couple of quests left. And then, I don't know, we might just kind of find other things to do, basically. I'm a little frazzled at the moment. You may notice we started a little bit later than I usually like to start. And the reason for that is that while I was getting my computer ready to stream, I got an alert on Twitter. I follow a account that announces restocks of the Xbox Series X so that I can try and fucking get one. And there was an alert that it was available at the Microsoft Store. And it wasn't loading on my phone, so I needed to pull it up as quickly as I can on my computer, and it wasn't quite quick enough. And I was kind of just like refreshing it, trying to see if like maybe it was like a staggered rollout of inventory, and that kind of fucked over my computer's CPU, me refreshing it so much, especially because they were hard refreshes. And I ended up needing to restart my computer again in order to get it ready to stream. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. A little bit of somewhat good news having to do with my previously kind of discussed small issue with ants recently. So a little bit of background. Recently, my cat Calamity, she may have thrown up on the windowsill a little bit. And I didn't really pay too much mind to it, honestly. Just because it's like, you know, I'll clean it up later. I don't need to clean it up right now, that sort of thing. And today, I decided to... Oh, hold on. Today I decided, you know what? Now is probably as good a time as any for me to, like, actually clean this up. So I did. But in the process of doing so... Or, no, what was it that happened? I'm losing my train of thought. So I decided to clean it today because I looked over and Raggy was starting to pick at it. And I'm just like, oh, well, I can't have Raggy eating the vomit of Middy's vomit. So I'm just like, okay, I'll go clean it up. So I go over and I take a look at it to see like where it's all at so that I can properly clean it up. And what do I see but like this sort of like clump of undigested cat food surrounded by ants. So I was just like, huh. And I could see where all of them were coming out of. So inadvertently, by leaving that there, two things happened. One, I was able to find out where all the ants were coming from. Two, they were so busy with Middy's vomit that they didn't bother going out to the rest of the room, which means that they were kept from actually like coming up onto my desk and like fucking swarming all over that. Now, if you've kept up with the streams up to this point, you would know that when I recently had issues with ants, I had placed an order for this like ant killing gel. That like the entire concept of it is that like, okay, you place it where you see the ants or where you've seen them like kind of moving around. And they take the gel, they eat it, they bring it back to the colony. And at the colony, they feed it to the other ants there, the larvae and everything. And the idea is that it is a delayed poison that kills the colony. The kind of trade-off is that for at least a little bit, you kind of need to let them swarm over the stuff. So, you know, I had this stuff on hand because I had bought it last time before, like, you know, that problem had sort of, like, petered off. So I figure, okay, I'll go ahead and put it down now. And I did. And just, like, immediately they start swarming over this stuff. And like it didn't take long for like a good chunk of it to just essentially be gone. Like I watched it sort of like I watched them sort of like eat away at it for over like the course of the day. So I put down some more of it, and I haven't really seen a whole lot of them over there since. I don't know exactly how fast it acts. Like, I think the reviews that I saw said that, like, you should see results within hours, or, like, within a day. So now, really, my only concern is whether or not, like, my cats go over there and they accidentally get a little bit of it, like, on their leg and end up licking it off, because, you know, everything that I saw about it said that it was, like, relatively safe for pets compared to some other stuff. But, like, I'm not about to, like, take any chances. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right about now. Just, you know, it's been a day. We're going to get started here in a bit. I need to pad this stream out because there's really not going to be a whole lot of, like, Hildibrand content for us to get to. So give me 1 second, we'll get started here. Alright. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't want to be here, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and bounce, shall we? Hello, Mist. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Ah, this is more like it. Kugane. So, last time that we were, you know, here doing Hildibrand stuff, we faced off against Yojimbo, who actually turned out to be our pal Gilgamesh. And in doing so, we got the sword back, gave it to the wolf burglar, who then ran away. And there was this whole thing with how Shigure was going to be executed for, you know, everything that's like letting a prisoner go, losing the sword, that sort of thing. But then, wouldn't you know it, Wolf Burglar came back. And he's like, hey, you're too good of a guy for me to just let you be executed. I will turn myself back in, and you can go free. Because the Wolf Burglar's a good guy. Like, and I mean, like, everyone's been telling us how good of a guy he is. Like, he's a good guy. Trying to remember what else happened. That's pretty much it. There was some question of, like, pressing charges, and there was a mystery with regards to that one merchant from the beginning of this quest line. But then, suddenly, charges were dropped by the person who was pressing them, and he showed up with a mysterious glow in his eye. Whatever could that mean? Perhaps we will find out. Where's fucking New Game Plus? Here we go. Alright, so, where did we leave off with our favorite characters in the entire game? Nashu.
Car, we did it! We saved Shigure!
Gilgamesh.
'Twas just in the nick. Or before the nick, I should say.
You say that again. Hildibrand. Shigure wants answers now, or he wants them eventually.
What ho, Shigure! Over here!
My friends, I cannot thank... I forget. It's been 3 weeks since I did this, and I completely forget what Shigure's voice sounds like. Also, I haven't eaten, and therefore I haven't had my energy drink yet. So between like how frantic I was prior to this, trying so hard to just like nail down that Xbox Series X and just like not getting it. Between that and just like not eating and not having my energy drink, I am wiped. I am in like... I would argue that right now I am in no condition to stream, and yet here I am. Okay. I wonder when food's gonna be ready. I'm hungry. Hello, Paul Ben. Welcome to the Shark Stream. My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispersing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Oh yeah? What kind of troubling information?
Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it?
Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into the custody of the Seki Segumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. Oh yeah? You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at that time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. Unverified Whitmer just subscribed with a gift sub from Polben. Thank you, Polben. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine, for why else would Master Akebono clamor for it so?
My keen inspector senses tingling. Where is this satchel now?
In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below.
Understood. Let us hasten to their den of inquiry.
Alright, I'll just catch up. Alright, waterway. Easiest way to get there is going to be to run right off the edge here. Whee! Oop.
I'm no good with dark places. Too easy to trip and bump your noggin.
Hello there, Koju. Enjoying another fine morning in the waterway?
Somehow I doubt they'll ever consider me a friend. Gilgamesh, you got anything to say?
A fine hideaway this is, away from the prying eyes of the local constabulary.
I knew you'd lot turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you'd be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter. I like the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? Oh, you know, this and or that. A certain satchel containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it.
He did. Then, if he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Ah, yes, of course. They are... Soar high above and never go low. What? Kami, take me. No, this is no time for fun and games, Inspector. As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. Damned if I know what it is, but my gut tells me that's nothing no honest man would keep in a locked safe. That said, fuck. That said, a suspicious... Fucking... Am I okay? I'm really gonna need, like, food and drink soon. Because, like, I am just, like, spiraling right now. I swear. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Bunny bunny. Seek the assistance of a Hanish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Thavnarian consulate. Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. I'm sure you did, Hildibrand. To the Thavnarian consulate, my friends! Oh, and there he goes. Hey, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect to... Oh, never mind. Well... Alright, let's go to the Thavnarian consulate. Alright, where is that anyway? Is that like nearby? I don't think it is. But I'm wondering if maybe we can get like a, if there's like an Aethernet shard near there? Let's see, where is it? It's over here. Oh yeah, it's got its own Aethernet shard, in fact. Okay, easy enough. I'm thinking that this might be like did I mention this at the beginning of the stream? I am so just scatterbrained right now. I swear to God. Hey guys, how's it going? It is all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or not? I feel like I've given someone else this voice before, but it's this guy's voice now. Not as such, no. Then my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man! Father! What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance, it was what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Hanisha alchemist, or one with encyclopedic knowledge of Hanisha regents. How fortunate, then, that we should chance to meet. I am a representative of the Sajatra concern of Radzatan, should you not know the name. We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. This is most generous of you. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these Let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace of any... Am I alright? I'm just tired. It's been a long day. Today was not a good day to do a game where I need to voice all the lines myself. We're going this way. Just over to this park, I guess. I already forget what voice I gave this guy. Why does he have the Thancred hair? Why do they permit people to have hairstyles of major characters that I know names of? Because all I can look at this guy, like, I just look at this guy and like, ah, yes, it's brown-haired Thancred, I guess. Like, get out of here. Go get a different haircut. Go pay the esthetician, give you a different haircut. You're not a Vieira, so I know that you've got more. I'm excited because they're going to be giving Vieira more haircuts in 6.0. Like, God, it's all I've ever wanted. Although it's unclear, though it's unclear exactly how they're going to... Oh. Reduced rates 2 is now active. Oh, thank you. I have food now. Oh, I need drink, though. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Before I continue, I need drink. 1 second. You got it. I shouldn't go Kusatsu'd my wife. I was just like, fright 1,000 frights. I got meatloaf now, though, so that's important. And it's good meatloaf. I'm gonna take a minute here to eat. I didn't realize how
long food was going to take, and there was a bunch of stuff that I did after I got off work today. One of the big things right now is that everybody's trying to build up the irregular tomestones of lore, which are an event-specific item and currency that you can get. And one of the big things that's been going around right now is that the fastest way to do so is by doing a specific raid with a team of blue mages. Where, like, the raid itself, if you do it right, can be cleared in like 50 seconds. It's kind of nuts, actually, to think about. I haven't done the raid yet, but I, as well as many other people in Final Fantasy XIV right now, have been leveling Blue Mage. And you see, the weird thing about Blue Mage is that Blue Mage is fucking busted and can do, like, absurd amounts of damage. So far, it is the only limited class in the game. You can't queue up into normal duty roulettes. You have to do, like, party finders. And, like, the way that experience gains work is different. You can only cap at level 70. It's weird. But, you know, Blue Mage is a weird class. The entire concept of it is that you run around Eorzea picking fights with monsters, watching them do a special move, and then now you can do that special move yourself. It's weird, and it's cool. I wonder if we have more meatloaf. Because that was really good, and I've already finished it. I'm gonna ask real quick before I continue playing this. But I am now a level 70 Blue Mage. I've still got to get up like a bunch of spells in order to do do that that raid properly. With how like guides say that you should do it in order to kind of like maximize your ability to, you know, clear it in like the time frame that you're looking at. Because the entire idea is that like, well, let me get out of this cutscene first. This powder, it is most fascinating. An ingredient of niche origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather. And for this reason, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create dew prism. I'm sorry, dew prism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes, a changing of the color, fleeting and impossible. By the Kami, I have seen such a glimmer before.
Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Komode is being manipulated. Bunny banani banani banani. Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, that a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter, the Sekisegumi, press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him and during their meeting. At last, we have a motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. Sounds like a plan. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Bye. Alright. Okay, how do I... Where is everyone right now? The Rakasa district. Standing outside this exact same building. Alright. Yeah, what's up?
I'm getting a plate from Mommy Buff.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you too.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Ah. I don't know what the sudden like shock in those shouts was. Akebono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Yeah, I'll take it right here. Thank you. Thank you.
Doesn't seem like anyone's home, does it?
Wherever could he possibly be? Oh! Huh? But that's impossible! Oh! Wolfburgles. Where's Wolfburgle boy? Huh. Thought you'd seen the last of me, didn't you? Well, kinda. Little bit, maybe. As if I'd content myself with sitting in jail, in a gaol. I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along. To secure my freedom so we could expose Akebono's crimes together. And reclaim the Soboro Sukehiro into the bargain. Oh, I missed the rest of that text box. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Becco, off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital! If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akebono to the punch! There's gonna be punch? I want punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Okay, bye, puppy. Very well. That is the way the winds are blowing. Let no one say I don't also blow. Sure thing, Shigure. You blow all right. All right, let's get some of this meatloaf. Delicious. To the Ruby Sea. Tamamizu's gonna be the closest one. I wonder which area in Endwalker is going to be the one that's like a big nightmare to get around. Can't wait to find out. I've taken off several days from work around the early release of Endwalker, so I'm excited. And they're paid vacation days, too. So it's like I'm playing Endwalker and getting paid for it. A number of those are also stream days, which is going to be interesting. Hey, Wolfiebergs. This is the place. I'm sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Alright, let's wait. Fuck, there he is. Oh, shit! What? Father? By the kami, could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akebono? That doesn't sound like Godbert. Don't be daft. Look closer.
As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated.
This is yours, Master Akebono. But to the matter at hand, the dew prism. It has served you well? Met your expectations, I trust?
Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Taste is odorless, colorless. Chief Coin Counter had no idea his drink would compromise. He's already proven to be a most versatile tool with Sekisagumi.
I'm not even, like, making the words right at this point.
More than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Soboro Sukehiro is back where he belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bugyo perhaps. Magistrate Akebono. Ha! Why not? The whole Kugane is mine for the taking.
You're more right than you know, Master Akebono. For I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzeum Consortium, of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenard. Their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akebono faithfully without question, will you not? But of course. Kami forfend, he's under the influence of Dew Prism. Oh, Hildy. Alright, you piece of shit. Give back Godbert. Give back Hildibrand's dad. Wait, you fool. Now is not the time. Can you really blame him, though? Like, honestly. Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildibrand. Hearken to me. These men are villains. You are being deceived. The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop, we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. This is actually kind of scary. Godbert. Like, I'll be fine, but I'm worried about everyone else. Godbert? Oh, fuck. Oh, that's bad. Oh dear. Ooh! Oh shit! Godbert extreme.
Magnificent! Finish them all! Finish everyone!
Oh. Well, he did say everyone. To be fair. Don't worry, Nashu, I will protect you. It falls to you, Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Manderville. Nashu's just like, yes, please. Yes, I do not want to be put in harm's way, thank you. Oh, there he goes. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit! Forgive me, father, but you know not what you do! You're a Manderville! The sentimental music over scenes of violence. Yeah, good times. Oh. Godbert and Julian will be Hildibrand.
Manderville man! Abort, father, abort! Spare me the reverse Manderville! Ah!
I didn't get to read the rest of that. Well, that went about as well as I expected it to. By which I mean, very well, actually.
Whew! And I'm spent! What happened here?
He has such nice eyes. It's a little bit of a tearjerker, admittedly.
Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess.
Is that like a humble brag? It sounded like a humble brag.
Oh, and it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville would be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern.
Oh.
Oh, dope. I like that he's still wearing the Gentle Dead Man's outfit.
Rejoice, my
Oh, wait, hold on. I went a little too hard on that.
Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Soboro Tsukihiro once more. How fortunate that the dastardly Akebono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous.
A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Oh. Right then. I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime's a crime, and mine are many, and an upstanding Seki Segumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no?
No. Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors that I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar.
What? Huh? You sure about this?
Not if you ask me again. Go to your father.
Shigure has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're mad, each and every one of you, even the samurai, and I love you all the more for it. Thank you. Wolf Burglar X Shigure. Now make them kiss.
To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility.
Hello, G-Man Blue.
Would that, like the burglar, I might find a measure of peace in mourning mine own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am.
Oh.
Enkidu! But how? Then what was that I ate that fateful day?
Well, wasn't chicken, I can tell you that much. Fools, you think this is the end? I think not. Ha-ha! Pocket sand! Oh. I mean, that could be worse, honestly.
Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronin. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away.
Far, far, far away.
Greg, no! Cease your egress!
Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Oh.
Wait, no, how dare you! Mummy, this is gonna get worse before it gets better!
I didn't...
Wait for me, Inspector!
Oh. There she goes. Oh ho ho! There he goes, my beloved son, not content to fly off into the sky as before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and a Manderville man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. Are we gonna talk about okay. That's really nice though. That, like, Godbird is like, I'm so proud of his personal growth. Because, like, it was, like, over the course of, like, I want to say, A Realm Reborn and the Heavensward questline, like, the big thing was that, like, he was constantly being like, you should take up the family trade! And Hildibrand was just like, no, I want to be an inspector. And off goes Lord Godbird along with Akebono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow him back to Kagane, I suppose. Are you ready? I guess so. Good. Then let us be off. So, a little bit of a spoilers for Final Fantasy XIV. But parts of Shadowbringers take place in kind of an alternate dimension, sort of. It's a parallel world, basically. And you might think that them being spirited away into a weird portal to worlds yet unseen means, oh, they're going to end up in the parallel world, and we're going to have alternate universe Manderville fun times. But no, there's no Manderville questline in Shadowbringers. We do know that there's going to be a Manderville questline in Endwalker, so I'm very curious to see what the fuck they were up to. Because there is a cameo that Hildibrand has in a late Shadowbringers dungeon. I want to say it's like a 5.3 dungeon. That is part of the confirmation that Hildibrand is in himself, in fact, a warrior of light. Which is consistent with how his story progressed in 1.0. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisegumi have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akebono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akebono and his now defunct enterprise, the Thavnarian consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen, to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hanish suppliers and Hingun merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests. Regardless of their motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akebono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. Yeah. There was a time when I might not have thought as much. good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It all seems so simple in the abstract, but out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Sekisegumi, it is because of you and him. Oh, well, you're very welcome. Speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildibrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... he'll turn up. Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you are certain he will return eventually, none the worse for wear, then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. Sure thing. I would say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder what he's doing now. Keeping watch, paying respects to his respects to his father. What becomes of a man after death, I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day.
Shigure, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished.
Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but wherever you are passing through Kagane, I pray that you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks.
Okay.
Bye-bye. You have learned the emote,
Manderville Mambo.
Let's see a demonstration, shall we? Oh, maybe not yet. What's that? Yeah! The wolf burglar's so cool. I love that there's the Thief of 1,000 Faces and Nashu's drawing on this board. I really wish I could have gotten like that drawing to use in like my room back at the Free Company house. Oh, Daigoro, Enkidu. Yeah! Hildibrand will return, but it's gonna take a little bit. So that's this Hildibrand Stormblood questline. That's it. We had one quest left. Honestly, I probably could have finished this last stream, but, you know, go figure. Well, tell you what. Let's see if we can get a Praetorium run going. Because, you know, why the hell not? You know? I get 10 tomestones out of it. Less than 5 minutes, it says. And I'm queuing as a DPS. Which is saying something for how often people are playing this fucking dungeon. But while we're waiting on that, so that's, like I said, for now that's it for Hildibrand. Hildibrand will get more content in Endwalker, but we have to wait for at least the first patch to see what the fuck happened to him. I really, really like the Hildibrand questline. And, like, just the characters in it, and just, like, some of the rewards, the storylines, and how it's, like, it's a much more, like, I don't want to necessarily say low stakes. There's some pretty serious stuff that you deal with in that, but it's, like, not... It's nice to take a break from the, like, realm-shattering stakes of the MSQ and just kind of have some wacky adventures for a little bit, you know? And I've talked about this before. I've seen it pointed out that Hildibrand... people have pointed out before that Hildibrand is the only person who doesn't treat the Warrior of Light as, like, a weapon to be pointed at things. And personally, the way that I've always looked at it is the Warrior of Light and their status with, like, other people in Eorzea, and the idea of them being viewed as a weapon, quote unquote, I feel like is kind of maybe a little bit short-sighted. It's definitely one of those, like, great power, great responsibility sort of things. The Warrior of Light has the ability to do these things. On some level, there is a moral obligation for them to do so. And I think that's an important thing to look at, but at the same time, like, yeah, to a certain degree, like, everyone that you talk to is like, oh, we need the Warrior of Light to solve this problem. The Warrior of Light needs to do this. We can only be saved by the Warrior of Light, or in the case of Shadowbringers, Warrior of Darkness. And Hildibrand, despite knowing, like, he knows you're the Warrior of Light. Let's be real. He is the one who is constantly putting himself in harm's way ahead of you. Like, anytime that, like, let's take, for example, like, the battles with Gilgamesh in the Realm Reborn questline, and even this questline. It's never like, Igeld, you need to take him down. It's always like, I will go after him. Of course, he ends up, like, shoved halfway into the ground with his legs sticking in the air. But, like, his first... and he eventually does, like, ask you to, like, take care of it. But his first thought is never like, hey, Igeld, you should take care of this. Like someone like, for example, Briardian. Briardian, when, like, let's first say, for example, when you do the Colosseum stuff prior to fighting Ultros in A Realm Reborn, Hildibrand volunteers himself to fight in the Colosseum, but Briardian volunteers you on his behalf. It's just like, he's constantly putting others before himself. He's constantly wanting to put himself in harm's way before anyone else, because a gentleman is, rather than does. He is not doing these things to prove himself a gentleman. He's doing these things because he is a gentleman. And these are the things that this is what a gentleman am. This am what gentlemen do. That's just kind of how it goes, you know? This is taking a little bit longer than initially said. It's now up to a wait time of 7 minutes. And I think it's one of those things that, like, it's definitely one of those things that I feel like people, like, that should be on, like, the same level as, like, that should reflect upon the Warrior of Light in the same, like, sort of gravitas that I would say the Dark Knight questline does. Where the Dark Knight questline is all about, like, to a certain degree, the Warrior of Light kind of coming to terms with the fact that they shouldn't, like, be taken advantage of by the people that they're ostensibly trying to help, you know? And I think it's important for the Warrior of Light to have the Hildibrand questline because, like, it's important for the Warrior of Light to spend time with somebody who doesn't look at them as if they're the answer to all of their problems, you know? Like, having to deal with, like, Xenos and, like, conflicts in Alamigo and Doma and the Dragon Song War and just all of that. And, like, constantly being viewed as, like, this person that, like, shows up and wins the battle. Or, in the case of, like, Xenos, being viewed with this, like, twisted desire for a worthy rival or some shit like that. Sometimes it's just nice to, like, hang out with a dude who just, like, sees you as, like, his buddy, his pal, his assistant, his fan, and just have wacky adventures with that guy, you know? Let's see if we can find Shigure. Is Shigure around here? I want to enter the barracks. I want to go see Shigure. Is this going to be one of those things like fucking going back to the gazebo in Idleshire? Where, like, he's here, but we don't know where he is? I want whatever the Hildibrand questline is in Endwalker to have an ending similar to, like, the ending of the Realm Reborn questline, where, like, all the people whose lives Hildibrand has touched over the course of these quests, like, have the fucking, like, Avengers Assemble moment. Like, what happens when fucking Briardian, Seer, and Shigure meet? Like, what? I want to be the fly on that wall. You know? I don't know what I'm going to replace this stream with. When I, eventually kind of, like, change things up. Because I do want to take a break from streaming Final Fantasy XIV more so than I already have. With the fact that it's been 3 weeks. I loaded up some pages on Firefox. And I might need to chill out a little bit, because I might overload my encoder. I would have assumed there would have been more people doing Praetorium right now. But maybe everybody is kind of cluing into, like, oh, it's time to run turn 2 of the Binding Coil of Bahamut. With 8 blue mages. But let me go ahead and pull some stuff up here. Let's see, what do I have thumbnails ready for? Let's take a look. Since we're waiting here. Okay, is there anything I haven't started yet that I'm got, like, full thumbnails created for right now? You know, I was talking about the possibility of doing Past Cure or the Order 1886, but I was gonna do those for like Saturdays, but since I'm going to be doing Saw on Saturdays now, I could probably move those to Thursdays. There's The Darkness too. I've been meaning to get started on that. Been meaning to get started on The Sinking City at some point with JB guesting. I don't really have a whole lot like readily put together at the moment. I know one thing that I want to do is I want to play Spider-Man games. And Spider-Man games can tend to be pretty lengthy, given the open world nature of some of them. I would definitely want art for that, though. For sure. I wonder if maybe there's the possibility that I could get art for that. I might have the capability for that, honestly. Thinking to myself. How is it? Well, okay. I guess it's kind of understandable we've managed to fill out 4 DPS spots and then no tanks or healers. By the way, this is my current Red Mage Glam. It is the Omicron set from the Omega Raids. And it was a lot of fun to get. I got really good at, like, recognizing the mechanics for the final boss. Like, really good at it. And, like, it helped that prior to running that final boss, I had ended up getting that particular raid, full party raid, like, twice with randos in the normal raid roulette. So I had to learn those mechanics very quickly in order to get through those fights. You're very good. Thank you. I tried really hard. You know what? While I'm waiting for this, I'm gonna go start climbing Shiokaze Hostelry. Might as well. I'm here. Oh, opposite my Red Mage Glam is my Blue Mage Glam, which is also very good. Wacha waggles my fingies at you. I'm currently working on getting my Red Mage fully equipped with Exarchic gear. And I am also trying to build up tomestones for the best end game gear for my Gunbreaker, so that I can get The ideal is for me to get, like, some of my primary classes, which are Red Mage, Gunbreaker, and Monk. I want to get Red Mage and Monk at the very least to 510 item level. And then I want to get my Gunbreaker to 520, which you can only get with Tombstone of Revelation gear. And to get Tombstones of Revelation, you get oh shit. Okay, we're in. Fuck Shiokaze Hostelry. We have to go run Praetorium and listen to Gaius talk at us. So we just locked in an activity for the next hour. I wanted to get Red Mage up to level 80 myself. Really, the only class that I have that I'm really trying to level right now is White Mage. Like, I need to do more stuff with White Mage. And that's in part because that's the only role quest in Shadowbringers that I haven't done yet. And I want to. I want to complete all of those. Am I the only bunny in this party? No, there's another bunny! Shout out to that other bunny. So, a note about Praetorium. Praetorium is one of two dungeons that are referred to, that are... At the end of 2.0... Oh, I think there's a... Is there another bunny back there? I can't tell. Oh, no. I think it's an Elizin. When they were making 2.0, they weren't 100% sure of exactly how they were going to kind of go forward with this game. So we're just gonna do the speedrun stuff. And there's a lot of decisions that were made in, like, A Realm Reborn and its expansions that were kind of phased out as the game's development went on. One of those things that was phased out was the idea of the 8-person dungeon, which only 2 were ever really made. It was this one, Praetorium, and oh god, what is it? Castra Meridianum, I think? I think that's the one. That's what it's called. That one's not quite as infamous as Praetorium is, so it's not one that I remember quite as much. Oh, hey, that person has a Tsukiyomi weapon too. Good for them. I'm just gonna go over here. You guys have fun. But there were, like, all sorts of issues that were created by this. Like, it's an 8-person dungeon. But initially, the way that it worked is that, like, you could skip all the cutscenes and just blast through the dungeon, which wasn't very good for, like, people who were trying to, like, get through the story and experience it and things like that. So what they ended up doing was they ended up remaking Castra Meridianum and Praetorium to have unskippable cutscenes. And Praetorium is particularly infamous because Praetorium has a number of very long cutscenes in it, including this one. It's not the longest one in the dungeon, but it's up there more or less. Ah, Gaius Van Belsar. Such recitation. I like just the sound of, like, dials and buttons in the background. Like, that's not getting... annoying. But what was I talking about? So... to make it so that, you know, people didn't, like, accidentally, like, get into this in, like, leveling roulette with, like, its unskippable cutscenes and everything, they gave Castor Meridianum and Praetorium their own, roulette category, which is main story, and, or main scenario roulette. And because, you know, people, like, new people need to have people to run this, they went ahead and gave the main story roulette, like, some pretty choice rewards in terms of, like, currency and stuff like that. Like, it's one of the ones that gives, like, 50 Tomestones of Revelation when you're at cap. So, it's worth it to run it at least once a day. And that helps put people in the queue for, like, newcomers who are maybe playing through the game for the first time. I just noticed those two are dressed almost exactly the same. Almost. Sid, there's a big... Sid! That is one big boy. Oh, shit. That's just the point emote. Like, he's pressing the he is supposedly pressing the buttons, but it's really just the point emote, which is very funny to me. Alright, time to get on this elevator and dance. So the other part of this is that for this particular event that's going on right now, Praetorium gives... oh, we left someone behind. Oh, they'll catch up. Praetorium gives 10 10 irregular tomestones of lore, which is by far the largest number of tomestones that you can get in a single run of anything during this event. However, this is where the blue mages come in. Because as I mentioned before, blue mages can run turn 2 of the Coil of Bahamut in like 50 seconds. So, the current cheesing strategy is that you get together a party of blue mages, 8 total, and you just fucking decimate turn 2 of Binding Coil. And you just do that repeatedly. And if you can do that in like 50 seconds, and you can like do it consistently in 50 seconds, you're getting like a shitload of tomestones just like right off the bat. You know? Like way more than you would get from Praetorium in that same amount of time. I'm doing everything I can to collect dances in this game. I'm so close to getting the Moogle dance, you guys. I can taste it. I remember the last time that they did the Irregular Tombstone event, I just ran Praetorium just like constantly, and like I would always I want to say that there were like movies that I was watching while I was doing that, or I'd like grab popcorn or something like that. I think I might have been watching The Owl House, or was it Twin Peaks? I forget exactly what I was into at the time. But eventually we're going to get to the big cutscene. The one that everybody makes fun of. We're in one of these now. We're just gonna pew pew. Haha, bye losers. Y'all can't fuck with me. My eye level is 485. See you later. Get shit on. Have they been down here this whole time? Friend. What the fuck? Like, I don't think there's anything that teleports you, like, ahead at any point during this, so they could have been standing there that whole time. Here we go. I wasn't targeting properly there. Yeah. I remember there was a time recently, back when I was going to be on my friend Luke's stream, Cyberlink 420, that I was queuing. I was playing Final Fantasy XIV beforehand, and I was just grinding for Tomestones of Revelation, and like a fool, I queued into what was it? I queued into the main scenario roulette, and then I looked down. I'm just like, oh, I need to be on this stream in 20 minutes. I was just like, I have to get out of this roulette right now. Thankfully, I was able to, without too much trouble. I think maybe something had queued up, and I had accidentally hit accept, and then, like, I was just like, oh no. And then somebody had to drop out, and I was just like, oh, thank God. Look at my glowy hands. I love them. I fucking love this outfit. I'm so glad I decided to commit to getting it. It's him. The second most divorced man in gaming. Right behind Asgore Dreamer. Is someone there? I'm not reading all these. Like, I fucking... Look, I put my time in voicing all those fucking Hildibrand cutscenes. I'm gonna skip out on voicing the unvoiced cutscenes in Praetorium. I don't think anyone's going to hold me to that. I really hope that the new bunny hairstyles that we're getting in 6.0 are just, basically, hey, modern aesthetics now work with Viera. Because, goddammit, I have been waiting to use the lightning hairstyle for ever now. I bought the lightning outfit in part because I wanted the lightning outfit, but also because I wanted to eventually use the hairstyle. I am looking at my wife's Warrior of Light, and she is very good. Oh shit, my battery's low. Oh no. What if my battery dies in Praetorium? How will they ever carry on without me? I am but a simple DPS. There's like 3 other DPS. Like they'll be fine if I do end up like having my controller die in the middle of fucking Praetorium. Like, I hope it doesn't happen. Don't get me wrong. But if it does happen, it will be very funny. Click. Oh no, he hung up on his Apple Watch. Yeah, yeah. God, you're such a fucking drama queen. Like, I love Nero, but God, what a prima donna. Ah, damn. Okay. I was hoping I would be able to get the Limit Break 2 off before they actually pulled aggro, but alas. If you're running with a good Praetorium group, then, like, generally speaking, they'll know to wait for somebody with a ranged limit break to get it off on Nero Telskeva. Oh, fuck! There are other cool things I will get to do. Perhaps. We're coming up on the big cutscenes real soon. I completely fucked up my shopping cart on Microsoft's website, it seems like, trying to get the Xbox Series X, because now it's just like, it's in my cart, and I'm trying to, like, remove it so that it stops telling me I have an item in my shopping cart, but, like, every time I try to open my shopping cart, it's just like, oh, something went wrong. What does this error code mean? Hold on. Paste. Let's see if I can just look it up. Error code. Did not match any documents. Okay. Cool. Guess I'll never fucking know. This aura has... Both of those auras have very pretty eyes. Honestly. Alright, let's go! Hup. Someone else has to push it. I'm not doing it. Okay, here's the big one. This one's voiced, too. Ah, Realm Reborn voice acting. It's kind of weird to think about how, like, the current voice actors have only really been around since, like, 3.0. You know what? I don't think that's a glove. I think that's actually my hand glowing blue. Like, within the context of the armor. I think it just gives me a glowing blue hand. Like, I think that's cool. That's pretty dope. Hallboy?
Tell me, for whom do you fight?
Bato from Ghost in the Shell. I should rewatch Ghost in the Shell stuff sometime soon. I fucking love Ghost in the Shell. Not the live-action movie. Live-action movie fucking sucks.
Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods.
Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It's not a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing.
In Eorzea, the beast tribes
Blah.
fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not?
It's not that strange. By the way, Benoni looks really good in these cutscenes. She does. She looks good all the time.
To understand
Haha, I'm taller than these Ora if you take into account my ears.
believe them your guardians. Why do
Dunked.
not repeat the trick that served you so well in Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except for this. And you will see how Eorzea's fate is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities?
Oh, you know.
What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet?
Oh, you know.
The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the infinite.
Oh no, he got all the Chaos Emeralds.
False worship, a path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove itself.
Honestly, this isn't even like Chaos Emeralds. This is like
Come,
end of Sonic and the Black Knight.
face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should.
Oh shit, somebody has the Japanese audio.
None among you has the power to stop.
Here's a fun fact for you. The Japanese audio goes faster than the English audio, so if you have it on, you get out of the cutscene faster. So if you ever see, like, somebody starting the fight before the cutscene's over, they had the Japanese audio on. Vanitas, you motherfucker! You magnificent bastard! Think you're so fucking clever. There's also another thing that you can do, I think, where, like, you disconnect in the middle of the cutscene, and then when you reconnect, it's the battle's, like, started. I don't really remember the specifics of it. It's not something that you're supposed to do. I think you can get banned for that. Or at the very least, you can get in trouble for it. I don't know about ban. They might put you in, like, Gowl. Yarg!
I had not thought to be so hard pressed.
You like my sword? A moon goddess gave it to me.
Your strength is most impressive.
Thank you.
Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
let's go. Big puppy.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
Okay, go nuts. Gaius became a gold saint. Aren't they making a Saint Seiya movie? Like a live action one? I heard people are concerned about it.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
Alright. The true power of the ultimate weapon. Its eyes light up. People are probably concerned because Saint Seiya's been getting only bad stuff since, I don't know, the last decade. Da 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 da. Here's a fun tip for you. You can't really do a whole lot of damage to him, so you want right at the start. So you know what you might as well do? Might as well dance. Ooh. Hey, hiccups. We just gotta give it a little bit. Wait for it. Alright. Time to get his ass. Da 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 da. Woo! Bam. Hey. You can't do that. I rushed in. I will leave when I'm good and ready. Okay, I'm good and ready. Da da da. Ow. Titan? Get out of here, Titan! I can't believe I dual casted Jolt on stream. I'm so embarrassed. Ah, I did it again. Yeah, it's fine. Now he'll never be invited to a static. No, how are you doing this? I don't fucking know, man. It's not me. Heidelin did it, I swear!
The Ultima weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
Strong leg muscles.
Can her strength truly be so great?
Yes. One could go so far as to say that I'm the best.
Founds you.
Wahabwea. Wahabwea.
Your foe
Also, because I didn't actually say it, hello Lucas. Welcome to the Shark Stream. Good to have you.
So, this is what empowers her.
Meowdy.
beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light.
What?
And so
Speak
it shall.
plainly,
For the
Ascian.
ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot that he actually says that.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch.
I feel like that never really went anywhere.
The
Like, what the
magic
fuck is a
within
Sabik?
has lain dormant for eons.
Hello, Ephemeral Mist. It's been a while. Y'all were literally talking to each other earlier today. Get out of here with those jokes.
A spell without parallel. Ultima.
Ultima. Hence, Ultima
The
weapon.
life force of the primal.
Bet you never saw that
To
coming.
quicken the core.
Ultima Online.
The power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
Laha Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Uh-huh.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Woo! You maybe overdid it a bit.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
There it is.
Oh, Heidelin, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your
The enemy's shield is broken.
The rest
That
I
I
leave
leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains.
I mean,
Come,
it's me. Okay.
adventurer.
Come!
Let us find the answer together.
Alright. Bring it, loser. For the record, when this started, like, this was really cool, honestly. And it still kind of is. I don't really... So, here's the thing. There's a lot of people who shit on A Realm Reborn these days simply because, like, we have better things now, you know? Like, Heaven's Word is so much better. Stormblood is so much better. Shadowbringers is so much better. And, like, they're not entirely wrong. But I've never really subscribed to the whole, like, dunking on A Realm Reborn, even with, like, what, you know, issues it does have, narratively speaking. And I think that's simply because, like, I was here when, like, this was, like, the newest thing. Like, when this came out, this was really good. This was all we had, and we loved it, honestly. Like, especially considering, like, what came before, you know? Like, it's easy to look at the breadth of Final Fantasy XIV and just kind of come to the decision that, like, yeah, A Realm Reborn is the weakest part of it. And that's not even entirely incorrect. You know? Like, the other expansions are definitely better narratively. But it feels weird to just write off the entire, like, 2.0 experience like that.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher...
Like, whenever I see somebody talk about, like, oh, Realm Reborn sucks, like, nothing happens until you get to blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing, and it's just like, y'all, you can't have what we've got now without Realm Reborn. Realm Reborn walked so the rest of this game could run. And I think that there is a certain degree of appreciation we should show. You know what I'm saying? Like, A Realm Reborn, it's not like Realm Reborn is, like, my favorite part of this game. Like, it's definitely more along the lines of, like, Shadowbringers or Heavensward. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the Realm Reborn hate is just weird. Like, it's just weird to me. Oh, hey, wow, nya habuya. Nya habuya.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon. The ultimate magic.
Uh-huh.
And still, you failed.
There's a bunch of English VTubers out of context clips of Gargora going up, playing Final Fantasy, or not Final Fantasy, Resident Evil 7. XWoW streamers seem to like ARR just fine from what I saw. And I mean, like...
The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and...
I feel like you need a Realm Reborn in order to really appreciate the other... how good the other expansions are. Not in, like, a sense of, like, oh, A Realm Reborn sucks, but when you look back on it and compare it to the other... When you eventually compare it to the other expansions, you're gonna understand how much better they are. Like, it's just... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to, like, explain myself. I just think it's... I think it's odd. But, like, I remember playing WoW and not really knowing that there was, like, a main story. Realm Reborn gives you the context you needed to care about Eorzea. Yeah!
Needless to say, both you and your
La Habrea, you unsundered asshole.
will not leave this place alive.
Doubt.
It is past time your flame was extinguished. Bringer of light.
Yeah, okay, sure. Alright, so I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time. I know I did. Art for the stream was done by Pirate Cashew on Twitter. That's PIRATECASHOO. Does fantastic work. Highly recommend checking their stuff out. Does a lot of horror art. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, it's going to be Bioshock Infinite. Saturday, it's going to be Saw. Next Wednesday, more Majora's Mask. I'm not sure what we're going to be playing next Thursday. It's not going to be Final Fantasy XIV. But stay tuned to find out. You can follow me on Twitter at @Sane_intolerant or on YouTube at youtube.com/SaneIntolerant, where I post all the streams after they happen. And you can subscribe here on Twitch, where we have special emotes at tiers 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, what else? I want to say that is everything, so I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care.